Hey everybody, it's Rob from Flailthroughs. This is Gundam Battle Operation 2, and this is my level, I want to say 2 Zaku S-Type. This is a 250 point room, yeah, so that follows. And MS Bop, aka Maelstrom, and I were just getting our dailies together the other day. And yeah, the S-Type Zaku is pretty good. It is one of the lower cost things to have both a dodge roll and maneuver armor. And I've been talking to people lately about maneuver armor, and I just wanted to kind of give my theory on how to use it, which is, you know, take it with a grain of salt, because I'm not great at using maneuver armor, but sometimes I get it right. The trick of using maneuver armor is that you have to be able to predict when someone is going to shoot at you. There's a lot of that in this game, that you have to predict when an attack is coming to best react to it, sometimes in advance, as with maneuver armor. I've said before that Gundam Battle Operation 2 is kind of a shooter that plays more like a fighting game in some respects, and that is one of them. You are looking, you know, there are whiffs and punishes in this game, and don't you forget it, because that is a major part of this. Like, that guy, he just missed his bazooka shot, and he missed his tackle, so yeah, that is something that you punish, or try to. And yeah, I managed to pull back out of his saber range, got him stunned, so yeah, combo there. Yeah, like I said, it's one of those things, and it's the same thing with maneuver armor. The more you understand when the ready up speed of enemy weapons, the more you understand how frequently they can fire, things like that, the more likely you are to make good use of the maneuver armor. So if you've watched someone just swap to the bazooka, you can get a pretty good idea of when they're going to fire. If you're fighting experienced players and someone has just gotten up from invincibility, you can have a pretty good sense of when it is that they're going to... there's a kill, got the Zuda as it tried to run back. You can have a pretty good idea of when they're going to, you know, break their iframes and attack you. Or if they don't attack you, when their iframes are going to run out, things like that. And that's the secret to maneuver armor. That's the secret to a lot of things in this game, being able to predict what the enemy is most likely to do. Let's see, there's an armored gym up there. Actually, there's an everything up there, and since the scores are pretty close, and we have a team that is not really conducive to meeting the enemy en masse at sea, I'm just going to stay down here for a while. I'm just kind of trying to distract them. I'm trying to get their attention and get them to come down after me. Mail has decided to go for the base bomb because it's a fairly close round, and we can't skirmish like that. I'm the only up close stun fighter. He's in a gym light armor, which can fight up close but doesn't have any ranged stunning weapons. And we've got two supports, and we've got a Gim Camouflage, which probably has the anti-ship rifle, which also means it is going to be fighting at range. So there is nothing left to do at this point but improvise. Because there's a certain way this stage usually goes, and breaking that often makes for more enjoyable rounds for me anyway. So yeah, they're going back after Mail. And there's not much I can really do to help him here, but I can at least keep these people busy, and hopefully he basically asked me not to kill any of them yet, because then that's somebody who can spawn in after the bomb. As it is, I'm out of legs, I'm probably about to die, but rolled out of the way of that grenade that would have killed me, managed to hit them with my bazooka, but couldn't do anything else without dying, so that's just how that is. But we do get the bomb off, and that's not the bad news. We could use the little bit of extra points, with this being relatively close so far. Again, we are not equipped for a stand-up fight, so yeah. And this will give us a slight lead, like 2 kills worth. It helped us, you know, close the gap while we you know, figured out some alternatives to the standard patterns. Got that kill. And Mail is going to come back and start fighting now too, so that's going to make life a little bit better for the team. But as it is, I'm just trying to... stop the pursuit. Trying to protect this guy here, but I can't because there's just too many things. And the Heat Hawk's range was just a little too short for what I was trying to do there, which is a shame. That, however, worked great. If he hadn't fallen off the edge of the world, I could have killed him, but as it is, I'm going to have to go down here because I was not quite prepared to fight that armored gym head-on. Not when I could be fighting this armored gym head-on and killing it. Like that. Again, I knew he was about to shoot at me, so the iframes were about to come off, and that's when you fire. And that is about to be a kill. The Zuda again. Chop. Got him. And there's that armored gym who was not yet killed by my allies. He survived that. Didn't survive that. So there's a couple. And we've got a pretty good lead now. We've got a lead wider than the base bombing actually afforded us, but hey, you know, it definitely helped. And I am going to die now because there's 2 people on me, but I meant to take out the Zaku cannon on my way out, so definitely earned my score here. So, no complaints. And let's see. Not a lot of time left in this round. Yeah, about 2 minutes. They have put a bomb at our base. There's 2 people there dealing with it, and Male, I believe, is about to spawn in back there too. So I decided to come help number 5 because it seemed like the place where I could best do some good. There is a support mobile suit firing on number 5, so evening the score like this, not a bad thing. Managed to roll out of my Heat Hawk just in time. And yeah, I'm recommending we go back to the base, but you know, Male is just basically, nope, I'm going to advance. So I went back to the front to stick with number 5, see if I could do anything. We do have people working on defusing the bomb. The enemy pilot did take Maelstrom out, but the second pilot took him out and is now working on the bomb, and we're intercepting the enemy as they try and push. Because they've got to push if they want to win, but they're not going to win. So, minute left, and time to do some damage. Luckily, the enemy team spread out, and we're not. Let's see. Dueling tackles, neither of which worked, and landed that shot. Through that, and pulling back so that they can't hit me. They're starting to group up, so now it's time to be careful. We've still got a good lead. There's that Zuda again, and took a shot, but I'm not sure, that is a Zuda, that is an anti-ship rifle, that should have put me on my knees, but I think my maneuver armor actually saved me and just put me into standard stagger, since what it does is reduce stagger damage. That's what happened. So, yeah, managed to... I'm amazed that this person was not able to was not able to counter me, because, yeah, if they had just done anything even slightly differently, with my 84 hit points, I would be dead. 5 seconds left. They fired over my head, luckily, and at this point, I decide I'm going to try and go for it, but it's too late to go for. But I think if they'd hefted a grenade at me, I probably would have died, but it was close, and I think I might have been able to take them. Definitely a good round, though. Top score, top damage, most targeted. Not bad. And yeah, again, we made the most of an atypical team configuration, and you know, broke the standard patterns of this map. So I think it all worked out pretty well. And that is going to do it for today's Gundam Battle Operation 2. We will be back soon with more. So till next time, everybody take care and have fun. Later. But yeah, like I said, a lot of this game at higher levels comes down to predicting when the enemy is going to fire. It is basically built around what Char says in one of the early episodes of Gundam, which is it doesn't matter what kind of weapon it is as long as it doesn't hit you. So that's kind of the whole game. There are ways to deal with being hit if you have maneuver armor, if you have a dodge roll, but a lot of it just comes down to having to predict your enemy's attacks, and sometimes I'm good at it, and sometimes I'm not.